Yo guys, today I'll walk you through the best routine to succeed in Season 3. The first thing I need to talk about is the fact that you want to try to avoid a too strict routine. You need a routine that's actually very sustainable for the long term. A routine you can stick to every day throughout this entire season. A common mistake a lot of players make is making a routine that is way too hard to consistently follow. Our goal is to make a routine that is both fun, sustainable, and that has wiggle room in case you aren't super pumped to play any specific day. So with that out of the way, let's get into the routine. Starting your day off, you want to begin by playing something called realistic box fights. The map code for the map you want to use will be in the description below. Realistic box fights is a relatively new concept on how to effectively play creative for maximum improvement. The reason I recommend starting off with realistic box fights instead of 200 pump FFA, aim duels, or simply just free building is because of three main reasons. Firstly, it's way more fun than any of the previously mentioned ways to warm up and practice. And this makes me way more likely to be more motivated and to play for longer amounts of time, which again means more improvement. Secondly, because realistic box fights warms up mechanics and aim in a realistic way in comparison to free building or aim duels. And that's why I've started playing this map more and more, and aim duels and build fight 1v1s less and less. The final reason I recommend this map is because you can drastically improve your awareness and understanding of how players normally play the game. And this is something you won't find in many other maps, maybe other than finest realistic 1v1s. The second thing you want to add to your daily routine is something I like to call the 40 kill rule. The 40 kill rule is that you need to get 40 kills in solo arena every day you play. For some of you watching, 40 kills in solo arena is like 2 to 3 games. And for others watching, it will take maybe 10 to 15 games. The 40 kill rule makes sure you spend enough time practicing what you need to practice. Because if you get 40 kills in 2 games, you realistically only spent 30 to 40 minutes playing solo arena and practicing your fighting. But that's totally fine, because if you only need 2 games to get 40 kills, fighting is probably not what you should spend time practicing anyways. If you use 10 games and 3 hours, then it's obvious that you should spend a lot of time focusing on fighting, since fighting more than likely is one of your weaknesses. So every day this season, really challenge yourself to get 40 kills in solo arena. 40 is the golden number for effective practice, and trust me, you'll see results. The third thing you have to include in your daily routine is playing a minimum of 3 customs every day. And what's absolutely essential in these customs is that you try your very best to get to the moving zones. Our fighting practice has been done getting our 40 kills in solo arena and playing realistic box fights. Now it's time to really sit back and focus on mastering our endgames. The customs part of people's daily routines is where most people throw away a tremendous amount of time. They play 3 to maybe 5 to 6 customs a day, but only make 1 endgame out of all of those customs. Playing customs and not making endgame is throwing away time. And since we want to be as effective as possible in our practice, this is something we have to avoid. When you've played your minimum 3 custom games, you also need to VOD review the games you've played. It isn't a daily routine unless you get some time to critique yourself as well. An even better scenario would be if you could ask someone, hey, can you look over my games and tell me what you think I did wrong right here? The reason this is highly beneficial is because getting another person's perspective on things can really help you out a whole lot. Even if the player isn't as good as you. Every player has a number of strong suits, and your friend that helps you out might very possibly know a thing or two about endgames that you don't. So now you've played realistic box fights, you've gotten 40 kills in solo arena, and you've played 3 or more customs and VOD reviewed them all. The last thing you want to do is hop onto KovaaK or AimLab for a little 30-minute to an hour session. I know this routine isn't super long, but making a daily routine that is way too long and way too complicated just isn't necessary. If you do all of the things I have said in today's video, I can guarantee that you will become a much better player in only 30 days. These 4 practice methods is all you need to become a professional player. And if you keep it up for long enough, you will see major success. Of course, if you want to add anything to this routine, like playing 32-player zone wars, aim duels, 200 pump FFA, or anything else, then that's just perfect. Feel free to add anything. This routine is only meant for inspiration to those who really want to make a career out of this game. And if you needed a routine that you want to follow, then I seriously believe that this is the best routine you'll find for as quick improvement as possible. If you have any questions about the routine or anything else, feel free to leave it in the comments below. I'll be answering every single comment on this video for the first 24 hours. And with that all being said, I just want to thank you all so very much for watching all the way to the end of today's episode. And of course, please go on to have an amazing day. My name is M1K3 Editz. Stay safe and take care.